Hashtag no music, no intro. We are back, even though we haven't been going for that long. It feels like maybe we have been going for that long. Another episode of the Saints Block Party podcast coming at you. Wrapping up OTAs, talking Saints. We have mandatory minicamp right around the corner. It starts next week. So please know that there's gonna be tons and tons of we got y'all covered regarding that. It's just one of those things like people are like, oh, where's the podcast? Like we've been here. We just been dealing with life and
Life.
personal stuff and just life is life. And as I used to say to a former friend of mine, life is a scam. And not always, but in some ways and sometimes like life can really be a scam, bro. So,
Bruh.
but just some updates regarding the community. So if you are on the West Coast or you plan to go to the Saints Chargers game and you're a Patreon, October 27th is the day of the game. Please make sure you either RSVP or let me know that you plan to go. The number of tickets that you need, it is $62 per ticket. $62 per ticket to go to the Saints Chargers game. And then for the Falcons Saints game, the big meetup in New Orleans on November 10th. It I gotta get this off my chest, bro. I do not understand. Of 32 NFL teams, we have a Saints podcast. A Saints podcast. In 2 years, the ease and convenience of getting group tickets for away games for Rams and Chargers, obviously they're both at SoFi, and for the Texans, compared to getting a home Saints game group tickets, has been the most disastrous thing. It is just it feels like it doesn't even feel like the team is ran in the same type of level that other teams ran around the league.
Don't make no sense.
We were told we were told that the Saints only, I believe, um, uh, allocate. I believe it was like there's like two sections in the Superdome that they allocate just to group tickets for like large parties. But unlike almost every other team in the league, they put their group tickets like literally. And I don't know if this is like just what they're saying and that just it's just a hot lie, or maybe it is actually how they do things and they're just dumb. But are on like the club level. So basically, like we did the math, like for us to have been able to get group tickets, like it would have been like for the number of people would have been like 15K.
What? That don't make no goddamn sense.
Also does not include food or drinks. It's just but yet I shouldn't say every. All the other three teams that I have done these meetups for, there's typically two type of tickets. There's basically sitting like in the stands or like where we were for the Texans game or somewhere close. Those tickets are around the same, like, $80 a ticket, $100 a ticket, depending on the game, depending on the team. And then there's like the bougier tickets, right? That's closer, blah blah blah, right? It is unfathomable to me that the Saints run an organization where the only group tickets or are like essentially like club level seats that's like 15K.
It don't make no sense.
No, bro.
And
No.
it ain't,
So
I'm
I
sure we ain't the only group of people trying to have like a group trip. Come on now.
so either someone is lying, or they're just dumb, or they just run bad business, bro. Like it's there's no other way around it.
No
It's
other
no
way
other way
around
around
it.
it. That said, right now we're around 20 people hoping to, well, 20 people have RSVP'd to come into the Saints Falcons game. Please. So those tickets, because we can't get a group rate through the Saints for whatever reason, those tickets are looking to be about 103 dollars per ticket. Please make sure that if you're Patreon and all that, oh, sorry, clarification. It would have been 12K for 30 people if we were to do it, bro. 12K, Ryan, for 30 people. That's what, $430 or $500 or whatever it is per person.
Patrons ain't hitting like that. Hey,
Like when that report came out that they didn't pay the bill, bro. Like it made sense because it's was like. But yet, when we did the Pelicans games meetup, that was $100 per ticket. We had club seats and all you can eat food and unlimited liquor all night. It don't make sense to me, Ryan. I need someone. I
uh,
need someone to break it
I
down to
don't
me,
know.
bro.
I don't know what's going on. They gotta really reevaluate that whole thing, like what they doing down there.
Anyhow, if you're a
Meanwhile, they
Patreon,
sending the spam email and text to everybody. Want these season tickets? Come get these season tickets.
please get these season tickets. Please, we broke. Can you do it? Can you get a season ticket? Can you get it? Can you get it? Anyway, let me stop. If you were a Patreon, if you were planning to come to the meetup, or specifically for the game, if you're planning to come and sit with us, please RSVP. So the max number was 20. I've extended that, so now I think it's like 25. I want to make sure that we can all sit together. So essentially, what's going to happen is I'm going to have to, once everyone's paid or at least half people are paid, I'm going to buy 18 or 20, however, and then just with the money that people send over to me, I'll make sure it's paid off. So just make sure you reach out, you RSVP, please, 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 and pay the 103 whenever, hopefully sooner rather than later, but whenever you can. So that's just like the planning for the meetup. And then before we get into OTAs, I just want to talk about the power of the internet, podcasts, connections, community. Our dude Miguel, who was our first Patreon, and Miguel has been supporting me even when Underhill and I was doing Saints Talk. And Miguel, when he was at UCLA, he was a student. Now my dude's doing great things in the world. He's a therapist. He's like just doing what a person is supposed to be doing in life at the highest level, and much love and respect for him. But the fact that he has been like one of my biggest supporters for as long as I've been podcasting, which has almost been about like 6+ years. And I've only been doing photography since like last July. So not even a year. The fact that both him and his now wife were able to trust me to do their wedding photography this past Sunday, I cannot like speak to the level of like what this community is all about. Like when we talk about podcasting, right? The think about that, bro. Like that is like the biggest day of a person's life,
Oh
of
man,
a person's life,
huge level of
and
trust.
huge. And I was trusted of capturing one of the biggest days of their lives, man. And as of someone who still is green to photography, like I know what I'm doing. I have talent. I'm in school for it, but it's not like I've been out here doing photography for like 15+ years or something like that.
Right.
And that's what we talk about. What this community is just all about, ultimately, man. Like the connections that are built like from this podcast, and just like I say it all the time, man. The Saints brought us together, but it goes so far beyond like the Saints. It's
Yeah.
insane. And so much love to Miguel and his lovely wife for just trusting me in that, and the level of trust and respect for that. It just touched me to my soul, man. I was thinking about it at the wedding. I was like, man, like came like from a podcast, bro. From a podcast. Like it's
It's crazy.
crazy. It's crazy.
Shout out to Miguel, man. Congratulations to you and yours, bro.
Um, let's talk about the Saints, Ryan. Let's talk about the
Talk
Saints.
about it.
Things wrapping up. OTA is wrapping up. This Taysom Hill thing, bro. I want to give you credit where credit's due, bro. It was your thing. Like when Clint Kubiak got hired, we talked about it before. Like it was just like, man, like if he could just see like Taysom and this Kyle check role, and like it was your thing. It was your call, and it really just seems like it has they kind of getting freaky in the bed with it, bro. Like they getting like
Freaky, bro.
they getting freaky in the bed
Trying new
with it.
things. Trying new things.
Got bring the toys out, got the tripod set up, bro. They just
Yeah.
getting it's the possibilities are are endless. And it's exciting. It's an exciting thing to see, and I'm sure Taysom Hill's excited about it, and he's rejuvenated, and it's exciting to see that. Like it seems like it is going to be a very big part of the offense because it's so heavily being done in OTAs in the stall, and it's cool to see.
It's crazy, man. Like it's crazy things we hearing. You know, I mean, Taysom, he was the main one getting handoffs in this in the past practice, getting handoffs,
Handoffs, bro.
running outside zone, stretch zone. He had plays where the handoff was fake to him, then give it to the running back, and he's the lead blocker. Um, moving around at the tight end position, pushing them on the side at halfback, offsetting them to the side. And look, like I said, you can go watch the 49ers and watch what they do with Juszczyk. And that's what they do, man. Like they use him as a formational chess piece
Yep.
to to dictate certain things by the defense, and it's just gonna be so fast. But the best thing about that is, bro, like really the best thing is it just makes sense.
Yes.
Like it made sense when if you looked at the player and it just made sense. And so it feels good to have a coaching staff. Because so many times, what do we say? What's the vision? You know what I'm saying? We constantly ask, what's the vision? What are they doing? What are they? Zach Bond and this and that. What is the vision? Finally, we got a coaching staff in there where the vision I see the vision. I see what they're trying to do. It makes
Clear.
sense. Will it work? We'll see. It's early in the off season. We don't know what's going to work, if it's going to, but just what we're seeing right now, what we're hearing, the fact that they're doing things that makes common sense from a football standpoint is just good to hear. That's
It
just good to
is.
hear.
And it's good that you're taking a player who has been productive and also been crucial to the offense. Like when things have not been working, the team has had no choice, especially kind of under Da, to to lean on Taysom. Even though I know, like even last year, as an example, the team wanted to get away from Taysom as much as they could. Like I can say that because it's true. And if you just go back to last offseason, every move that they made in the offseason indicated like they wanted whatever role Taysom played to be filled. What it was
Yep.
Adam Prentice, Foster Moreau, they re-signed Juwan Johnson. Um, they signed Jamal Williams. They drafted Kendre Miller. Literally everything besides like punt block and kick. Like they wanted to phase Taysom out, right? And because the offense struggled at times, and Taysom is break the glass in case of emergency, and Taysom does what he does when you break the glass in case of emergency. He's just a productive, versatile football player. And now I love the fact they're not waiting to break the glass. It's just like
Exactly.
use him and
Use
use him to create mismatches. Like it doesn't mean that the ball has to go to him, but if you have a game plan where the defense thinks that the ball may be going to him, that means that someone else is open. Or if you do that enough times of the game and the defense kind of relaxes, and then you do decide to give it to Taysom, man, Taysom in the third and fourth quarter when the defense is tired, bro.
We've seen it, bro. And now you're not just coming up with packages on the fly. You're already installing plays this early in OTAs and minicamp. You know what I'm saying? So you're developing a plethora of packages for him to run out of. So it's gonna be
No, don't.
fascinating,
No,
man.
Eric, you might have put the backsignal up for Eric, bro. During Pride
Package,
Month, during Pride
Taysom
Month.
package. So man, it's gonna be fascinating. Just the stuff we hearing, bro. Like they talked about Ross Jackson was talking about how there was one play where the defense got fooled, and I don't remember what player it was, but one of the Saints offensive players like, man, they didn't even see that coming. Like just the fact that Saints are doing things on offense that the defense can't see coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, how long have we been watching this offense, bro? Where it's just like we know everything that's happening. Like we know,
Everything, bro.
you know,
Like
first down, run up the middle.
it got so predictable at one point, bro. Like if you like, especially, you could maybe tell what the play was gonna be pre-snap,
Yep.
pre-snap,
Good. Pre-snap.
by formation, by the package of like the players who were in, you had an idea what the play was gonna be.
You see, who was that? Lynn Bowden. You see him come out there.
It's a run play.
It's like, oh
Even the
god.
Colts players said, "Oh, you out here just blocking,
Oh,
huh?"
yeah.
Like,
Oh, we about to run the ball. Huh?
uh-huh.
Like five out here.
Another thing that as training camp, well, not training camp, as OTAs wrapped up yesterday,